Let me go live. All right. So we are live. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. If you haven't joined yet, please come along. We have with us, I should say, my senior, the senior man. Yeah. I feel always remember that and have that respect. Mr. Kirkland Bailey. And Mr.
Sure.
Bailey is the coach, teacher coach, our coach at Excelsior High School. I have you as a coach for the past 24 years when I check it out, Mr. Bailey.
No, 22 at Excelsior, 23 all in total.
23 all in total. Okay, because based on my calculation, I was trying to get it in. Yeah, so you're in the 20s, right?
Yes, sir. Early 20s.
Yes, man. Mr. Bailey, welcome. Welcome to Island Up in Sport. It's a
Thank you
pleasure
very
to
much
have
for
you.
having me, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you
man.
very much. My
And
fellow custodian.
yes, sir. And we're gonna focus mainly on cricket because you're a big cricket coach in the island, you know. You don't. No, man, I mean I say it, man, because I follow you and a lot of people know too. When it comes to Excelsior, you are the man behind the cricket.
Okay.
Yes.
And
So
if you say so, I won't deny, but that's
yes.
for you to say.
Yeah. Who is Kirkland Bailey the coach though? We're having some problem.
Hearing you though.
Huh?
I'm hearing you.
Oh, but yeah, it seems like you're dropping off and come. I don't know if it's the internet.
Internet not too strong.
Ooh. Yeah, it seems like there's some internet issues. I was asking you though, who's Kirkland Bailey, the coach? The cricket.
Okay. I fairly, what I say, I'm a person who wants the young men to matriculate first, not in their academics, and then do well on the field of play. I've been doing it for a while. I want young men to develop holistically in the arena of cricket because, in all honesty, only about probably 2 to 3% of all youngsters who would play cricket will go on to play at a professional level. So I'm trying to use the cricket as a tool or a vehicle to help them to achieve higher heights in whatever they may completed playing the game at the high school level for the most part. I'm a teacher by heart. I'm a graduate of GC Foster. Been doing this for 22 years at Excelsior High School, 23 years since I've made my transition into teaching from college, and it has been 23 wonderful years. I've watched many great things, and I hope that I'll get the opportunity to come. Hello.
Yeah. Let me tell the viewers or whoever will watch this interview that we're having some technical issues.
Yes, we're having some issues here. No?
Yeah, I don't know if it's my internet, but you're coming off and coming on back.
I'm going to try to do something to
we have some technical issues.
offer a better feed.
Huh?
I've made a change from to the actual provider of the internet. So let us see if we have rectified the issue now.
Okay. So yeah, you were saying that you were somebody. You started off by saying that you know there's a person who and with the youths and so on. You touch an area there that you said something like education or the holistic person.
Yes, my first priority is actually for the youngsters to do well in the classroom, and then the cricket will follow because, in all honesty, only about 2 or 3% of all youngsters who play the game will be able to move on and play at a professional level. So I'm using the cricket as a tool or a vehicle to help them transition into colleges or something worthwhile where they can be contributing to the society or the country at large, even if they don't make it to be a professional cricketer. I'm a teacher by heart, and thus I help to impart my knowledge where that is regarded, especially in the sciences and in the teaching of physical education at the CSEC and CAPE level. I've been doing what I've been doing for what, the 23 years now since I've left GC Foster. I'm a proud graduate of GC Foster, and that really laid the foundation for me to take on the mantle of being the Excelsior cricket coach at a very young age. I thank the powers that be that gave me the opportunity, and I think I've made full use of it thus far, and I hope I continue to be given the opportunity to impart on the youngsters both in the classroom and on the field of play in regards to cricket.
Yes, so this leads me to another question, because we're gonna touch on the educational side of the youngsters later on. This leads me to another question now. How did you get into cricket coaching? How did you get into it?
Well, I graduated from Exeter Community College in 1996, where I was a young kid, and I started to do some pre-trained teaching, and that carried me to Swallowfield Junior High. And that's where I first started to coach as a 17, 18-year-old. And I had a love for it because my uncle and my grandma used to take me to Sabina Park as a 10-year-old to watch like Shell Seed cricket or Red Stripe Cup cricket. And then I started to represent my school at cricket as well, Excelsior High, because I'm a graduate of Excelsior High. I played up until the under 16 level, but unfortunately, I never went on to the under 90s because I graduated from high school pretty young at the age of 15, and thus my cricket career ended there. And because of the love and the knowledge that I gained out of my many trips to Sabina Park and playing even at that tender age, then it initiated a fire in me to start the coaching. And then when I went to GC Foster, I just concretized certain things that I never knew, got my fed of the sciences, learned how to impart technique and those type of things. And when I came to Excelsior High School in 2002, I initially started to do football because I was more renowned for football at that time. But then Mr. McCallum, who was the cricket coach at that time, and my coach went on leave, and thus I was given the opportunity to coach a team then. And since that time until now, I'm fortunate to be still given the opportunity to lead Excelsior into battle most times when we enter the field of play in regards to cricket.
So you say you played the game as a youngster? I didn't know that. You played the game as a youngster?
Yeah, man, I played cricket. I was the opener for the under 16 team in grade 11. I said at that time I was just a 15-year-old. I would have still been able to play under 16 even if I'd gone on to sixth form, because I never turned 16 until the 30th of December. So unfortunately, my cricket career ended pretty early because of the academic success that I had.
Okay. All right. So 2012, since 2012, doing my research, I believe you have won over 16 championships, right?
I have won 17, I think, as a head coach. I set the program up. I'm the assistant coach for the under 16 team, and we have won 3 under 16. So in total for Excelsior High School, we have gone at 20 titles since 2012.
So for 2012, you have gone at 20. 20
schoolboy.
You're right. That's overall. But for you personally as the head coach,
as head coach, I've led them to 17.
17, right? Based on my calculation is getting there, right? Yes. Including All Ireland Championship, you win U14 and all of that. Tell me how you go about this. How you go about this?
It's not hard enough. Once I get a blueprint of how things work, I just keep it simple, and if something ain't broke, don't fix it. I just try to make sure that the youngsters come and play the game pretty early. My under 14 program is the most important program in the 3-team setup, because it will feed us the youngsters to transition to the other age groups. And we coach in an aggressive manner because our youngsters play positive cricket, and the youngsters, based on the history that we have created, tend to want to play the game, and they respect us a lot and just listen. When we speak, we really don't get a lot of back answering this. We seek to get feedback so we can assess where they are. But they are very confident in what we are imparting. And once youngsters believe in you and the system works, then it tends to just come like a conveyor belt. We do get talent, and I do recruit sometimes, but it's not mandatory. And even this present team, only 2 of the youngsters have not been with us from grade 7. So we have a program. We have won 5 under 14s out of 7 finals. That's the urban, and we have won 3 all islands. So it shows that we really take major focus at the youngest level, because we don't want to be top heavy, and we will wait on our youngsters to come through as well, because the 4 under 19 titles that I have won has been 2016, 2019, 2022, and 2024. So they have all been with a different crop of youngsters. And a point to note, I think that stretches over 8 years. 2 of those years, no competition was held because of the COVID. No, 1 year it was abandoned, the other it wasn't held totally, and 1 year we were banned. So out of those 8 years, we only played under 19s 5 times, and we won 4 of those 5, and we lost the finals to Innsbruck the other time. So we were in the finals the 5th time we have been allowed to play under 19s since 2016. So we have really hit a purple patch, and we continue to just produce once we get the opportunity to do well.
You say you recruit sometime, but you mainly build your program from grade 7 or upward. Do you identify the talent in the school when they come in? Or those that they do not recruit? Or you have a competition to find them? Or do you go about that?
What we mainly do, I'm a PE teacher here, and I've been here for 20 years. So I'm very comfortable with the space, and I know who to go to and ask supervisors to market the sport. Another thing, because they tend to see the school doing well in cricket, the youngsters who have an inclination for cricket, they tend to come and ask about the sport. And I also ask that the younger, like the grade 7s or grade 8s that I have who are known cricketers, to go and ask their classmates and go about the different grades and recruit and ask them to come to training, because we need to have a lot of persons for the under 14, because we need depth. And then out of an under 14 squad of about 14, over time you might only have about 4 of those players transitioning to play for your team at under 19. So you need to have many good crops of under 14 to build an actual good crop of under 19, because not all will transition.
Oh, okay. And doing my research, I found out that Courtney Walsh, Chris Gale, and Patrick Patterson are past players of Excelsior High School. Do that legacy stay within the school? Do you tell the players that, hey, Courtney Walsh, our players are from this year school?
Yes, we have to do that, because it will allow the youngsters to dream and to think that they can get there when those players walk the very same classes and sat in the very same seats over time that they are sitting in now. And if they take the game serious and put in the hard work, then they can get there as well. So we do market the sport from that perspective, and also show the youngsters the spectacular or the significance of doing well in sport based on how these persons have gone to the top most of the time and have earned. Unfortunately, some might have come a bit early, so the finances, but definitely Chris Gale has shown us how much you can earn out of the sport of cricket, and he's very respected in Jamaica and the world. And thus we always showcase him to our youngsters as a drawing factor to the sport. Even when we went on our trip to Florida last December, Chris Gale was a major contributor to the reality of that trip, paying for the entire accommodation of over 25 individuals.
Oh, yes. All right, I don't want to go there because I'm going to ask you some questions, Mr. Bailey. I'm going to ask you some questions, man, because we read some things that you mentioned the ban and you mentioned Florida, and I read about something that went down in Florida. You have to go explain that because, but tell me, who are the, as I mentioned those names, who are the youngsters now who, from the top of your head, who you have produced, maybe making national under 17 or whatever team for Jamaica? What are the youngsters now, or who is in your team now that you can say going on?
That are currently going to play for the Jamaica youth setup?
Yes, you can give me before or now.
Oh, it's quite a bit, so I'm going to miss a few, and I hope they're not upset. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe Kirk Mackenzie ended his high school career here, spent his last 2 years at Excelsior, and is now currently opening for the West Indies senior
Mackenzie,
team.
Mackenzie is he a player?
Yeah, he was originally at St. George's, but when we won the title in 2019 and our first Qualin Cup, himself and Rearing Senior were the two major players of that team. Because he came here for his final 2 years at the schoolboy level and did exceptionally well for us.
Right, yeah, man.
So himself, Rearing Senior, who was captain the Jamaican cricket team at all youth levels and has scored hundreds at the levels as well. Raman Senior, his older brother, who was a very, very solid all-rounder and played and went even all the way up to the West Indies under 19 setup, because
Yeah.
himself and John Campbell represented the West Indies at the under 15 level in England as well. So he was one of our first major players. We have also Shamar Lindo, who is a Jamaican 17 wicket keeper. I currently have Michael Clark, who got the most wickets for Jamaica in the under 19 fifth over tournament last year in the Caribbean. Tamari Redwood, who plays second in the wickets there as well. So one Excelsior and edged out another. Redwood is also in the West Indies under 19 reserve that for the team. The World Cup that just ended, the Youth World Cup that just ended the other day.
Okay.
We also currently have DeMarcus Scott, who is ranked, the last time I checked, was 15 batting, 16 bowling at the under 15 level in the West Indies here. He's now moved on to the under 17 level this year. He played under 15 and under 17 last year. We have David Dewar, who is the nephew of Akeem Pinky Dewar, who played for Jamaica and Kingston College and Caville campus in UWI. He is here now, had a very good season with the bat. Just 17-year-old poised to do great things. And we also have a Jemar Daly. He has not represented Jamaica just yet, but this one is one for the future, and we think that he'll be a major player in the Jamaican youth setup once he gets his crack at it. So those are some. There's Orlando Pearson, who went on he was our captain and he won our first under 16 and under 19 under my guidance in 2016. He went on to play for Papina when we were banned the year following that and was ranked the top schoolboy cricketer for the year. At that time, we have Orlando Rowe, Romario Brown. My very first national cricketer was Adrian Morris, who was an exceptional left-handed batter, because I never had a sixth form, he went on to represent Jamaica College, and they lost a few finals to Eltham High during his stint at Jamaica College. So I've missed some. I won't remember all just now off the top of my head, but we have produced at least 20 days. Kimani Wilson, Jamaica under 19 wicket keeper, that also kept wicket when Kirk Mackenzie and Raywin Senior represented Jamaica at the under 19 level in 2019 as well. And as I said, this is a lot, and we keep hoping that we continue to turn them out.
Well, Mr. B, I was trying to keep up with you in terms of the counting, but I have to give up because I'm sure that there are other people named that you will mention, like the.
Yeah, I've missed a few. I'm certain I've missed a few.
Yeah, man. I think that for that
And I
for
do
the.
apologize to those persons too. I do. So hands up. I am sorry, gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. With all said and the success that you have, I read somewhere where, and you can tell me on this. All right, let me say it another way then. And I always say this to my friends in the urban area, Kingston. Many persons think that the schools in Kingston, right? You get bread and butter. You easily have everything. So if you say to the principal, I need 5 bats and this, and you get it. But I read something somewhere where you say you're having challenges with your field. I don't know. They fix your field yet?
I actually won the Grey Shield not playing a home game. I just got the use of my playing surface in March, where we could actually start to train on the surface. So most of my training was done on the concrete surfaces that I have or the grass itself. So we do have challenges here. And even where gear is concerned, I do get the support of the school, but it's not willy nilly. We are short of bats and stuff like that. But because I have youngsters who have gone on and do have stuff to share, they do share. And currently, the person, my supplier, has started to sponsor a few of my youngsters, which led to three of my youngsters getting kits this year, and thus it alleviated some strain off. But things are not rosy as it might be seen from
Yeah.
outside. But we continue to work, and once you do well, then you tend to garner support because success tends to attract support.
Yes, that's true. But is it cricket is a very very expensive sport? Is it that some schools stay away from it or some principle? Boy, it's expensive, you know. First
I
one I
think the
know.
cost is a major the factor where principals tend to not want to enter. Because, for
Yeah.
example, I buy shoe for my guys every year, and the last shoe order was for 16 pairs, and it cost us $383,000. And just for footwear, that's not for a ball. That's not for bats. That's just for footwear. So it is very expensive.
Very, very expensive. So I think that no school shy away or take away. But the next question I want to ask you, you see, you went you this year, coming back this year. What happened this year? You went and you won the no, let me not go there. Let me talk to you about 2019. You
Mhm.
won the first Global Bank Cricket Coach of the Year. Tell me about that. You won that award, 2019.
Yeah, that was when I won the Spalding Cup for the very first time, and it really
Yeah.
was a crowning moment because it was a hard road, and it's the crowning moment of my career. Just
Uh, ooh, ooh. Seem to have some technical difficulties again. We're going on very well. Don't know what happened there. Don't know what happened. Yeah, we seem to having some technical difficulties. We wait on Mr. Bailey. Um, Very good interview so far. Questions are being answered. Learning a lot about Excelsior and this cricket program through Mr. Bailey. So, to, um, Mr. Bailey, you can try back on the link. Um, yeah, you can try back the link. I don't know what happened here. Mr. Bailey get bumper. Well, hopefully you can try back the link and come back. Yeah, hopefully Mr. Bailey can try back the link. Trying to get to him to tell him to try back the link and come back. Bailey, you can try back the link. Alright, it's coming back. Yeah, Mr. Bailey, you're back, man. Ghana again. Hello? Hello? Not hearing me. The internet. So, Bailey,
So,
you hearing me?
I'm just hearing you. I'm just back.
Oh, yeah, I was waiting on you, man. I was telling that, you soon come back. Where were we? You're telling me about,
The coach of the year awards.
yeah, the first globe, right?
Yeah,
2009.
he said that was a crowning moment of my career thus far. He really said that I was the top coach at the Jamaica schoolboy level for that year. It was gave me a fulfilling type of feeling that yes, I have finally gotten where I thought I should have gotten a little bit earlier, but I'm still grateful that I've gotten to experience being at the pinnacle, and I'm humbled by it, and I'm driven by it as well, because I always want to push for more, and once I get an opportunity to win, I don't want to miss out. So I really like to be recognized at that level, but if it doesn't come, so be it. But it was a fulfilling moment for me. You know?
Right. And it brings me now to the next question. What happened in Florida? There was some mishap in Florida. You went to a tournament in Tampa,
Yeah.
and there was some things go down. You said, if I'm quoting you, that the tournament wasn't organized. Is it because Excelsior had not
Um,
won it or what?
no, but well, where do you get where did you get that quote from? What
Right.
what 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 I would say is that the
Yeah.
experience was very good for the youngsters. We played some games. Things
Uh-huh.
could have been better sorted, but owing to the fact that it's the first time that the organizer was embarking on having overseas schools or teams, I would be cognizant of that and not be too mark the person too hard per se. But then we would want to make sure that going forward we get the tournament at a level where certain things are just non-negotiable, where those things have to be there, and it will help everything to be more efficient or smoothly run. But
Okay. So
that's what I would say.
you say the first time. So the trial and error, things can be improved then.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Yeah, man. And I would want to know where the quote came from, because I don't remember speaking to any media per se, and giving them any form of interview for them to be able to quote me on what took place in
Did
Florida.
I get this? I get this quote from a newspaper. Yeah, where it said Bailey said,
But the Jamaica Green and the Observer, which one?
which one of them? Oh my god, I didn't write it down though. But I got a quote where it was said that you did say the tournament could have organized better. It wasn't organized or something like that.
Yeah, because I'm saying that there things could have been a bit better, but I'm not knocking the tournament per altogether, and we know that things should get better over time. But the first thing we'd want to secure is the good interest of the persons who sought to organize something like this, and to give our local gentlemen or local boys an opportunity to go to a place like America, showcase themselves, and
Yes.
also learn in a different space, playing on a different surface, that type of thing. And we applaud them for that. And to
Mhm.
be honest, we are currently looking about getting back to Florida this year.
Very good, very good, and well, and the boys can showcase their talent. Um,
Yeah.
let's go through the rough seas. This is the ban. What year was you ban? Excelsior got ban again. And why?
I think we were born 2017. It was a rough one. We had the young men. We took the double over Eltham the year. We won the Grey Shield, and on the day when we won the T20, there was some physical altercation between the boys of both teams, which led to the Eltham High School and Excelsior High School being banned. What happened though? I think ISA probably intended to ban the students as well, but the memo that they sent wasn't worded correctly. And thus, our boys took the opportunity, based on the fact that they still had years to play, wanted to showcase themselves to gain scholarship whatsoever, where several of my boys transferred to Papine High the very next year, won the Grey Shield, and won the Spalding Cup, defeating Stets by Melbourne. So that was the whole story of the band, and where several of my boys ended up leaving to go and take the double re-win in the urban title with Papine and end up winning a Spalding Cup. And a point to note, since I've been coaching since 2002 at this level, there are only 3 occasions the urban team has won the Spalding Cup: Papine High and twice by Excelsior High. And that must say a lot because that Papine High team had several of my boys in it.
So you are saying that you got banned and the boys want to play, so they went to Papine and they won,
Yes.
and they won over there. You're 7 of your boys.
Yeah, the same of them went straight into the starting 11.
Whoa. Yeah, yeah. All right. What happened this year now? You won you won Spalding, correct?
I won the Spalding Cup, won the Urban T20 and the Grey Shield.
And
Just I missed out on the All Ireland T20.
yeah, what happened in the T20, man? You go up to Manchester, go play, and who beat you? Taki? What happened in the
I
T20?
lost to Taki. I lost to Taki in Kingston, but then the game that really cost us was the game against Stets at Serpy Oval, where we made 99, but Stets only won the game with 6 balls to spare. And we really had a really embarrassing umpire decision where the Stets opener was run out by at least a yard. The picks are there to show, and the umpire was in a perfect position. And he said, not out. At that time, Stets had only gotten to 20. The openers made 45. And the young man that was given the life, I should say, had not passed 10, and he went on to make 20 odd. And in a game where Stets wanted only 6 balls to spare, it was a very tough way to be knocked out and denied the chance of winning 4 titles, because anybody who won that game would have gone on to the semifinals.
Right.
So that's how we were knocked out of the T20, the All Ireland T20 a few weeks ago. A tough way to get out because that decision really changed the course of the game in a very tight, low-scoring game.
Let's talk about the decision, because it was a debate. It was I saw it. I didn't saw the run out, but people were debating around it. I've watched the T20s, especially in the semifinals. They could go upstairs. They had technology to go upstairs. Down by Serpy Oval in that match, there was nothing like that.
No, what was said to us is that they would bring that technology into play from the semifinals onwards. That was a first round game, and thus it wasn't available at that time.
Oh, okay. So you didn't have that, and once the umpire made that call,
if I had that and didn't utilize it, then I'd have nothing to say, because as a coach, I should have taken the opportunity to have a look, but it wasn't available in the first round games.
Oh, okay, and that cost it. So you got 3 titles going for the 4th one, and unfortunately,
it was a tough way to get. I would have lost to just lose on our own accord. It would have loved to, if it would happen, we lose on our own accord. But looking at that not out decision, and the umpire was in a perfect position. The bat was nowhere near the line, and it was a direct hit. It leaves a bitter taste in one's mouth. But we'll have to accept it as a group. It also teaches us that there are disappointments even in our great success, and we'll just have to keep on pushing. And it's something else for the team to strive to achieve for next year, because no school has achieved those 4 titles yet, and we'd have been the first to do so. But we'll try again next year, God's willing, if we do get the opportunity to achieve what we have done this year again.
And you defeated the rural champion. I'm from rural Jamaica. You defeat Manchester High.
Yeah, man, we did what we had to do.
Yeah, Manchester High. All right. I can't tell you the sources, but you are quoted again as saying, right? I'm going in your era now of cricket development, and you are quoted again. Yes, man, I did research, man, and you and all of that.
It seems so.
Yes, man. You say you believe cricket is crippled due to the lack of coaching at the primary level. You even talk about early childhood, like the cricket and so on. I got that from the. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I think we need to get back to having some of our better coaches working with the younger kids. I remember being contracted by the West Indies Cricket Board through the Jamaica Cricket Board to be one of the persons to assist with the grassroots cricket. That was like I remember having the opportunity to work with like the Mansing boys, Jordan Johnson at a very early age. Some youngsters who like Neil Johnson that also went to campaign at Dominic Samuels and those type of persons. I was able to work with them both at that level and the Kingston Wharf level. And it gives them an early start where we are certain that the persons who are coaching them are giving them the right instructions early and laying the foundation for better cricket to be played as they get older. I'm not certain, no disrespect to the persons in the primary school, unless that person have a genuine love for cricket or might be a cricketer per se. I'm not so confident that most of those primary school teachers can impart certain fundamental technical aspects of the cricket to the youngsters that can help them to play better when they get to us at the high school level. And the cricket board used to have another program where current players are very recent past players are assigned to various primary and prep schools to help the PE teachers to impart the requisite knowledge. And then at that time, we used to have a very vibrant prep and primary school cricket program, which ended up seeing most schools having a few cricketers enter them randomly at grade 7, and thus they could have decent cricket programs.
So you want it to be at the primary level. Most primary school do not have a coach. They have the teacher who help out. What
That are,
let me ask you this now. If they are not being taught properly or the skill or what don't develop there, what is the problem to you at when they come to you at the high school level?
we have to start from scratch. And even if the youngster might love the game of cricket or might be interested, they don't have the basic technique to be successful at the under 14 level. And thus we have to go back to the simple grip, how the foot is placed beside the pitch of the ball and not where the ball is pitched so you don't play around your pad, teaching how to play with soft hands, playing in the V first, and those things they should have come with so then we can have them being more aggressive with their stroke play because you want to encourage youngsters to hit the ball enough, but you want to encourage them to hit it technically sound. So I'm not saying to swipe across the line all the time or like that, but if the ball is there to be driven, you want them to positively go at the ball to drive it and not be timid or tentative. And if they're not exposed to certain basic technical aspects of the game early, when they get to you at the high school level, you have to go all the way to teach them even confidence of stroke play, having a tennis ball and them seeing them hit it out there to know that they can get the ball off the bat and that type of thing. And those things should have been done at the primary and prep level.
Okay. Kindergarten level. How do you introduce that to those kids, knowing that
You
there's
know,
fans, there's
no,
fans, there's
remember you wouldn't go for much technical aspect. The first
Mhm.
thing you want them is just to be able to hold the bat and stand side on. You wouldn't focus much on the stroke play yet. You'd want them to enjoy playing the game. You
Yeah.
pick the floor to who enjoy playing the game, and then you start to impart the basic technical aspects of trying to hit straight instead of swiping to mid wicket all the time, or to run up and try to bring the arm over. And even if they are bending it a bit, just to hopefully that they are throwing the ball straight enough. So when they start to teach them about the front arm and those type of things later, then it will help them to be on par or ready to play the game at a particular level.
Okay. Um, Cricket is getting a lot. We all grew up with cricket as the number one sport in the Caribbean. In further on, what time back then. Cricket is getting a lot of competition from basketball, technology now, people staying on their tablet inside. First time people usually play cricket anywhere or so on. What is there to attract the youngsters now to cricket? What is there? Because there are so many things. Football is there more. What is there to attract them?
Yeah, but But the lure of the white ball, the lucrative lure of white ball cricket is there, where persons, if you get to that level, even if you're not playing for the West Indies regularly, you can go to leagues like in Abu Dhabi, Pakistan, and Ireland, Scotland, these places, and make decent money from white ball cricket while not being a regular member of a West Indies setup. Right? And so it offers an opportunity to earn that I think is very much attractive to the young men. But cricket is suffering from technology as well, where the fact is that the youngsters have more options available, and they are becoming more enlightened. We persons are getting soccer scholarships, basketball scholarships, you name it, the lacrosse scholarships. So sports, some sports have grown in their significance and will take away some of the talent that was currently available for cricket. Because a lot of those pace bowlers are now playing basketball, and thus we have to now look for the talent earlier and try to keep them in the sport by making sure that there are some gains there. I offer my youngsters in-house scholarships, helping persons to making sure that we have our meal program and those type of things to assist my boys, and they don't have to be the quote unquote major players either, because we are, as I said, we are very strong on our academics and we promote the holistic development of our youngsters. But we need to market the sport earlier to the young men and try to keep them in the sport. But some of the persons here who have the talent for cricket are still exploring the option, because the lure of the financial lure of the white ball cricket is still very much evident. And the young men see where in a few years, if you do well at that level, you can sit pretty comfortably and be able to take care of your family for quite a long time.
Okay. So you said the white ball cricket is something that if they develop, they can live off the cricket. So that should be an attraction.
Yes, ma'am. It should be, because one of the major things, that should have attract you or keep you focused in life is being able to adequately take care of your family, and thus as a person, it should be paramount, or one of those things that is in the hierarchy of your thoughts, and to enable you to make sure that these persons can live comfortably if you do well at what you have chosen. Watch out, God. Watch out, God.
What what happened? What happened, Mr. Bailey? What went wrong there? So I'm moving. Let's hope it's not an earthquake. Let's hope it's not like any shaking, because as I'm shaking and he said something. Watch out, God. What it is? We're coming down to the end. I just have like two more questions to ask him. Uh, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I heard Mr. Bailey. I saw some movement and he said, watch out. So I don't know if it's an earthquake, because um so many things happening in Jamaica. These no days from the time when the announcer went on at the table when I was watching it live. When Cliff Hughes went on at the table when I was watching it live online. Things been happening where Jamaica is going through some shift and earthquake simple. So I saw movements with his phone and the phone shift and so on. But let's hope that it's nothing serious. As I said, the interview is coming to an end. We don't want to go to a hour. So I basically have about two questions more from Mr. Bailey. But it has been a good interview so far. Yeah, man, it has been a good interview so far. I wanted to ask him about the scholarships and the whole West Indies playing the cricket in the Caribbean, then T20 World Cup cricket in the Caribbean. Hear his perspective on that, to see to hear what he's saying. But unfortunately, we have lost him again. I don't know if he will come back. I'll give him some minutes to come back. I'm really interested to hear what happened also because he seems to just come off the line. As I said, the phone was shaking, so I don't know if it's a case of an earthquake. I don't know what. Yeah, 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 man. It's just one of those things, too. It's technology. When you have these interviews, the technology of your internet, internet system, we are miles away, miles away. So things can happen also. Um, yeah, yeah. So, let me just find out from him what happened. So let me just ask him what happened. See if he can respond. See if he still have the phone. I don't know. No, this haven't gone through. You know, I still giving Mr. Let me just give him some time. I said he haven't responded yet. They about. They about. But it seems like we're gonna end this one here. It has been a good interview. The information is there. As I said, about 2 more questions I have to ask Mr. Bailey, really. But I don't know what happened. I don't know. I text him, message him, but he haven't responded. But if I can get Mr. Bailey back on the program any convenient time to him. If that person who I know that will come and talk. Top coach in Jamaica. I also wanted to ask him about his ambition of being in the national program if he's there, being that the success that he have at Excelsior High School. Well. Lot of championship. He's one of the top schoolboy coaches in Jamaica. Top schoolboy coach. Excelsior High. Mr. Kirkland Bailey. All right. I'm gonna leave it here. Let's say he can come back at any time to us. So thank you very much for watching Island Happen Coach. For those persons who came on, thank you. Right. I'm gonna get to Mr. Bailey and then as I said, we can have a part 2 follow. Until then, take care.